Broadcasting live from iFIBER 1 Communications HD studio, this is iFIBER 1 Sports.
At the 40, the 30, the 20, he could go all the way. Touchdown! Deep to center field. It's going, gone! Can you believe it? Come down to the last few seconds. He shoots. He scores. They take the lead and the win. Teams are being introduced right now, and we'll just take a second here to hear the starting lineups.
And for Ephrata, 6-foot sophomore, number.
We're just about ready to start tonight's action. We're able to bring you the broadcast of this game live via iFIBER Communications high-speed internet. iFIBER was just recognized as the fastest internet in the United States by some of the top online companies. If you want the fastest internet in the U.S., call iFIBER today. Officials are getting everything set on the floor for the start of tonight's contest. A little bit of a lull in the action here, but we'll get going shortly. Verifying all the numbers for the starters on both teams. It looks like the Tigers will put the ball in play, and that'll be Sarah Pheasant serving. Game's underway. And that ball went out of bounds and gives Selah an early 1-0 lead. The Vikings' Carissa Goodspaster is serving. And that's a nice spike by the Vikings for another point, 2-0 Selah. Another hard shot into the backfield of the Tigers. That's a point for Selah. They lead 3-0 early in this match. Goodpaster with a jump serve. Good volley back and forth by both teams. It's a set and a little dink over the net that falls in between two Tiger defenders for the 4th point of the match for Selah. Nice dig. There's a hard shot. The ball hits the net but makes it over. Little push shot by Ephrata. Bounces off a couple of Selah defenders and falls to the floor for the Tigers' first point of the match. They trail 4-1. Carly Eder with the serve. And that ball goes off a couple of Lady Vikings there and out of bounds for the second point of the match for Ephrata. Tigers trail 4-2. There's a hard spike by Selah. That falls to the floor for another point for the Vikings. They lead 5-2. It's Courtney Hartman now at the line for the Vikings. There's the serve. Nice little push shot on the return by Sarah Pheasant for Ephrata's third point of the match. The Tigers trail 5-3. Demi Beavers now at the line for Ephrata. Nice deep serve. There's a hard shot that went off of Beavers' hands and out of bounds. She might have been better suited there to let that ball go because it looked like it was heading for the out of bounds. But nonetheless, it's a point for the Vikings and they lead 6-3. That's Cheyenne Fletcher with the jump serve. And that's a deep one, and it goes off the hands of Eder and out of bounds. And the Vikings lead 7-3. Served by Fletcher. Another hard shot into the backcourt. And that's pretty good hustle there on that hard shot by Beavers over the net to the Viking side. But Selah couldn't quite get to that, and it falls out of bounds for the third point for Ephrata. The Tigers trail 7-4 for the fourth point, 7-4. Nice block there at the net. It was a double block actually by Sarah Pheasant and Maddie Youngers, and that gives Ephrata their fifth point of the match. The Tigers trail 7-5. Libero Haley Miller at the line serving for the Tigers. That's a net violation there on Ephrata, and that gives a point to Selah. And the Vikings lead 8-5. Served by Taylor Wicht for Ephrata, or for Selah. Goes off an Ephrata defender and out of bounds, and that puts the visiting Vikings up 9-4, 9-5. Another serve by Wicht. And another great block by the Tigers at the line, at the net, and that's Maddie Youngers. And that's a point for Ephrata. Tigers inch a little closer, 9-6 in favor of the Vikings. Rachel Gear, the serve for Ephrata. There's a spike at the net by Laura Steiner for the visiting Vikings, and that gives Selah their 10th point of the match, and they lead 10-6. It's a serve by Steiner, and goes off an Ephrata defender for the Vikings' 11th point. Ephrata trails 11-6. Diamond sure likes that outside line on her serve. And there's a hard shot on the return by Carly Eder. It goes off a Viking defender and out of bounds for Ephrata's 7th point of the match. Selah's up 11-7. Tegan Moore now with the serve for the Tigers. There's a nice little shot over the net on the return by Carista Goodpaster for Selah for their 12th point of the match. Ephrata trails 12-7. Lauren McDivitt now at the service line for the Vikings. Well, there's a nice little shot over the net by Demi Beavers that falls to the Viking side of the floor. 12-8, Selah. Sarah Pheasant at the line for Ephrata, but the ball fails to make it over the net. And that's another point for the Vikings, who lead 13-8. Good passer with the serve for the Vikings. There's a hard shot by Selah, but it goes out of bounds and gives Ephrata their 9th point of the match. The Tigers trail by 4, 13-9. Carly Etter with the serve for Ephrata, goes into the net. And the ball goes over to the Vikings, who lead 14-9. A couple of service errors by Ephrata will be in this ball game. There's a hard shot by the Vikings, Taylor Wick, that makes it over the net and onto the floor on the Ephrata side for another point for the Vikings, who lead 15-9. Courtney Hartman with a hard serve for Selah. Nice block at the net by Maddie Youngers. The ball goes out of bounds, however. Another point for the Vikings, who lead 16-9. Wood with a nice return over the net for Ephrata, and there's a nice spike at the net by good passer. It gives Selah now a 17-9 lead. Ephrata looks a little out of sync here as they can't decide who wants to hit that ball, and when they do, it's short of the net. And that widens the Vikings' lead now, 18-9. There's a shot by Beavers, but it's blocked by the Vikings' Wick for another point for Selah. Who is... Nope, I'm sorry. That was a point for Ephrata. I didn't see that. Tigers get within 8, 18-10. And now there's a double hit at the net by the Tigers and Maddie Youngers. And the ball goes back over to Selah. And the Vikings lead 19-10. Got a substitution on the floor for Selah. Cheyenne Fletcher with the serve for the Vikings. It's a palm ball by Selah, and the ball goes over to Ephrata. Gives the Tigers their 11th point of the match, and they trail 19-11. Nice hustle by the Tigers. A spike at the net by the Vikings' Lauren McDivitt gives Selah their 20th point of the match, and they lead 20-11 over the Tigers. Taylor Wick with the serve for Selah. A hard return by Demi Beavers. That finds its way to the Vikings floor for another point for the home team. Ephrata trails 20-12. Rachel Gear with the serve for the Tigers. It's a hard shot by Amy Hillard from the Vikings. Finds its way off of a Ephrata defender and out of bounds for the 21st point of the match for Selah. Nice dig there by Haven Miller. Oh, and a hard shot by Lauren McDivitt from Selah. Goes off of Rachel Gear and out of bounds to give the Vikings their 22nd point and put Selah up 22-12. Ephrata's going to have to really hustle to get back in this match. And there's a hard shot at the line by Tegan Moore. Goes off a Viking defender and out of bounds to get the Tigers within 9, 22-13. Moore at the serve line for Ephrata. It's a hard shot over the net by Beavers that goes out of bounds and puts the 23rd point on the board for the Vikings, who lead 23-13. That serves a bit long by Lauren McDivitt, and that's a point for Ephrata. Tigers trail 23-14. Sarah Pheasant on the line to serve for Ephrata. There's a hard return over the net by Amy Hillard for the Vikings, but it sails out of bounds for the 15th point for the Tigers, who trail 23-15 now. Pheasant with the serve. Oh, that falls to the ground on the Selah side for another point for Ephrata on a nice return shot by Pheasant. And the Tigers are inching closer. Trail by 7 now, 23-16. Set by the Vikings, a little dink shot. It's returned back over the net for a point for Ephrata. Down by only 6 now, 23-17. Nice comeback by the Tigers. Beavers return shots a little wide there. The ball sails out of bounds to give the Tigers another point, and they're one away from winning this match, up 24-17. Or winning this set, that is. And there's the winning point on a nice serve that falls just short of the Ephrata defender. Selah takes the first set, 24-17. We've got a timeout on the court, and we'll be right back after this. You're watching iFIBER 1 sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball game.
What's important at Eagle Home Mortgage is taking care of our clients, being honest, and doing loans full of integrity.
We understand that every borrower situation is unique. We offer a variety of products to help meet individual requirements.
What sets us apart is that we get things done, and we get things done at a fast pace. It doesn't take days and days. Se habla español.
Sip into something exciting. Right now at your DQ, every small orange Julius smoothie is just $1.49. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary hand-blended orange Julius smoothies in 8 unexpected real fruit flavors, like triple berry, pina colada, and orange berry, only $1.49. It's a sweet deal on the real deal. All 3 varieties, light or premium fruit smoothies and Julius Originals, all just $1.49. Now that's refreshing. This is fan food, not fast food.
Okay, we're back now with the volleyball coverage between Ephrata and the visiting Selah Vikings here at Ephrata High School. It was a pretty tough, competitive first set of the match, with the Vikings taking it 25-17. The Vikings got out to a double-digit lead midway through the match, or through the set here, the first game of the match. But Ephrata came storming back to close within 6 at one point and dropped the first set by 8 points. Teams have changed sides now of the court, and we're just about ready for the start of the second set. You're watching iFIBER 1 sports coverage of the Tigers and Vikings volleyball match here at Ephrata High School. We're able to bring you this broadcast live via iFIBER Communications high-speed internet. iFIBER was just recognized as the fastest internet in the United States by some top online companies. If you want the fastest internet in the United States, call iFIBER today. Get yourself hooked up. Ephrata has to come up tough here in this second set of the match if they expect to stay in the game after losing the first set 25-18 to the visiting Vikings. And Selah will serve first here in the second set. That's Cheyenne Fletcher for the Lady Vikings on the line. And the first point of the second set goes to the home team, Tigers. Sarah Pheasant back on the line for Ephrata. Deep hard serve. Nice dig there by Moore. Oh, and a dink shot there. Just creeps over the net from Laura Steiner and falls to the floor on the Ephrata side. And that ties the set 1-1, the second set 1-1. Taylor Wicht with the serve. Goes right into the net. And that gives Ephrata their second point. And the Tigers lead 2-1. Carly Eder with the serve. And that's a point for Ephrata. Tigers are up 3-1. Nice dig there by Wick for Selah. And a great save by Tegan Moore. Unfortunately, the ball went right into the net there on a hit by Maddie Youngers, and that ball goes back over to Selah. The Vikings get within 1, 3-2. Laura Steiner on the line for Selah with the serve. That's a tough shot there. It was a nice deep serve by Steiner. Beavers tried to scoop that or dig that ball up, and it ended up going out of bounds off of Sarah Pheasant to tie the second set of this match 3-3. And there's a point on a nice little shot by Maddie Youngers to put Ephrata back up top 4-3. Demi Beavers at the line for the Tigers. Nice serve. Nice little ace there by Beavers. And that puts Ephrata up by 2, 5-3. Need to go on a nice little run here. Yep, that serves a little long. And that gives the ball back over to Selah, with the Tigers in the lead. 5-4. Served by Madison Jewett. Yep. That set shot went awry for Beavers and found its way into the Ephrata net. And that ties the set up, 5-5. Molly Cavanaugh with a hard serve for Selah. Too much muscle on that return shot by Beavers. The ball goes out of bounds and gives the Vikings their first lead of the second set, 6-5. And that's a point there for Selah, 7-5. As the serve falls in between two Tiger defenders. Not sure if you'd call that an ace, but it was a well-placed shot. There's a little dink shot over the net by the Vikings, Kylie Hutchins. And Selah stretches their lead to 8-5. And we have a timeout on the court. You're watching iFIBER 1 sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball match at Ephrata High School. We'll be right back after this.
At Furniture West in Moses Lake, we have a wide variety of quality name brand furniture. Many of our name brands are proudly manufactured in the United States, and we offer delivery with free haul-off and setup. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with any of your home furnishing needs. We carry big names like Tempur-Pedic, La-Z-Boy, and Flex Steel. Let us turn your house into a home. Come see us on Broadway in Moses Lake.
We're back, and you're watching iFIBER 1 sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball match. The Lady Vikings have just gone on a little mini run here to take the lead, 8-5 in the second set of this match. We have Madison Jewett on the line serving for Selah. And that is a miss hit on the return by Demi Beavers for the Vikings' 9th point. Ephrata trails 9-5. Up and the serve into the net by Jewett gives the ball back over to Ephrata, and a point to the Tigers. Get within 3, 9-6. Haley Miller on the service line for Ephrata. That ball barely made it over the net, but nonetheless it did. And there's a quite an interesting volley there by the Tigers. It looks like the ball was going to make it over the net several times, but it failed to do so. And they had too many hits on that ball, on that exchange there, and the point goes over to Selah. The Vikings lead 10-6. Kaylin O'Malley with the serve. Little confusion on Ephrata's part there on the return. The ball goes into the net, and that's another point for the Vikings, who lead 11-6. O'Malley's serve. That's a strong serve, almost takes Miller out of bounds. That's a nice spike at the net by Selah for their 12th point. The Vikings lead 12-6. It's a little dink shot over the net by Taylor Wick from Selah. Sarah Pheasant's unable to handle that for Ephrata, and that's another point for the Vikings, who go up by 7 now, 13-6. Selah really likes to serve deep into the Ephrata side of the court, and it's proved pretty effective all night. That's another point for the Vikings. Now stretch their lead to 14-6. And that's a missed hit by Maddie Youngers. The ball falls to the floor on the Tigers' side of the net. And that's a point for the Vikings, who lead now 15-6. Ephrata's in danger of losing this game tonight if they don't get something going real quick like here. Punch shot. Good volley by both squads. That's a point for the visiting Lady Vikings, who now lead by double digits, 16-6. Served by O'Malley. And that one's long. And the ball goes over to Ephrata now. And that's a point for the Tigers. The trail 16-7. Served by Michaela Wood. There's a little missed hit by Pheasant at the line, who was trying to get it back over on the Vikings side of the court on the Ephrata's third shot there. And that's a point for Selah. Vikings lead 17-7. There's a jump serve by Kylie Hutchins. A nice little push shot there by Taylor Wick from Selah. Finds its way to the floor on the Ephrata side, and that's another point for the Vikings, who push their lead to 18-7. Another hard serve there by Hutchins. Nice hustle by both teams. Whistle on the court. It's like an injury to Carly Eder. We're gonna stay right here for a minute. And she looks to be hurting there, hobbling off the court. She's replaced by Delaney Mickelson. Eder's being assisted to the locker room. That's a point for Ephrata. The Tigers trail 18-8. Keegan Moore with the serve. That's a set and a nice hard spike by Laura Steiner. Gives the Vikings their 19th point of the set. Selah leads 19-8. Cheyenne Fletcher with the serve. That's a little bit too much muscle on that one. Sails out of bounds. And the ball goes back over to Ephrata. 19-9. Selah. Pheasant on the line for the Tigers. There's a hard spike into the net by Laura Steiner and a block off. Moore goes out of bounds and gives Selah a point and puts the Vikings up 20-9. Ephrata has to dig deep here to stay in this. To come up with a big rally. And that could be the start of it there. Yes, that's ball fails to make it back over the net after a nice hard return shot by Demi Beavers. And that gets the Tigers within 10, 20-10. Rachel Gear on the serve line for Ephrata. Nice shot, hard shot by Moore. Great save by Moore. Another great save by Moore. And that ball is a little too hard on that shot by Kaylin O'Malley, and it travels out of bounds and gives Ephrata another point. The Tigers are behind 20-11. That's another point for the Tigers. They get within 8. This is what they need. Stay in this match. Little mini run. Now it's 20-12 in favor of Selah. There's another point for the Tigers. That shot by Kaylin O'Malley is long and out of bounds. That ball looked like it was going to fall inbounds, but it just hit the outside of the line, and that's another point for Ephrata. Tigers get within 6, 20-14. Nope, that's a tough shot there. Hard to return as you're falling down and out of bounds, but it's a good effort by Tegan Moore, but the ball sails into the net and gives Selah their 21st point of this match, and the Vikings lead 21-14. That's not going to make it back over the net. Going a good hard serve there by Steiner from Selah, and that puts the Vikings up 22-14 in the second set of this match. Good volley by both sides. There's a hard shot over the net. That falls to the floor on the Ephrata side by Taylor Wicht, and that gives Selah their 23rd point, and the Vikings lead 23-14. And a nice hard shot on the return by Demi Beavers falls to the floor on the Viking side. And Ephrata creeps within 8, 23-15. Beavers with the serve for the Tigers. Well, that was a nice effort trying to save that ball by Peyton Gibbs for Selah, but the ball does not make it back over the net, and that's a point for the Tigers. 23-16 now, Vikings. Moore with the serve. That ball just falls short. Rachel Gear's reach on the Tigers. And that's another point for Selah, up now 24-16. Madison Jewett with the serve for the Vikings. There's a hard shot over the net by Cheyenne Fletcher that goes off of Demi Beavers and out of bounds for the 25th point, and the win of the second set goes to the Vikings. And there's a break here in the action.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
We're back, and you're watching iFIBER 1 Sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball match here at Ephrata High School. Selah took the second set of this match, 25-14, and lead 2-0. And if the Tigers can't find a way to pull out this next set, they're going to drop this home match to the visiting Vikings. The teams have changed sides, the net once again, and we're just about ready to get underway with the third set of this match. And we're able to bring you this broadcast, this live game via iFIBER Communications high-speed internet. iFIBER was just recognized as the fastest internet in the United States by some top online companies. If you want the fastest internet in the U.S., call iFIBER today. Last minute instructions given by Coach Radigan to her team, trying to get them to focus at the task on hand here as they are in desperate need of taking this set and the next to try to get this match to a fifth set and possibly pull out a win tonight. Selah's a pretty tough opponent as they dominated play in the CWAC conference last year with only 2 losses, and it definitely shows tonight in their ability to make the long, hard, deep serve that's hard to handle, and some well-placed shots near the out-of-bounds line. And they look to be in mid-form already, and this is their first league match of the season. Ephrata is going to serve the ball to put it in play. It's offered up by Sarah Pheasant. And the first point of the third set goes to the Lady Vikings. A hard shot off of Pheasant and out of bounds. Carissa Goodpaster on the line for Selah with the serve. A little confusion there at the net as to who was going to hit that ball on the set by Pheasant. Moore gets to it, but not in time as the hit goes out of bounds for the second point for Selah. Nice dig there by Goodpaster. there's a nice little mid-range shot that falls to the floor by Kyra Laird for the Tigers to give Ephrata their first point of this third set. Selah up 2-1. Here's a serve by Beavers. That ball is not going to make it back over the net, and the required 3 hits by the Vikings, and that ties this set up 2-2. Beavers on the line for Ephrata with the serve. And that's a point for Ephrata. Selah looked a little confused that time on the play. Couldn't decide who was going to hit the ball back over the net. And that puts Ephrata up 3-2. A set shot there by Molly Kavanaugh to Steiner. The ball goes into the net. Gives Ephrata a 2-point lead, 4-2. Nice save there by by Beavers. Here's a shot by Moore. Finds its way to the floor for a point for Ephrata. Tigers up now, 6-2. Needing desperately to pull out this set to stay in the match. That was a good effort by Moore to save that ball, but the point is awarded to Selah. Radigan comes out on the court to question that call from the official. Actually sends her captain over, Sarah Pheasant, to find out what's going on. And they've actually given the point to Ephrata. A little confusing there, but the Tigers are up 6-2. There's a return shot by Tegan Moore. It finds its way to the Vikings floor, side of the net, onto the floor, and gives it Ephrata a 7-2 lead if they put that point up on the board. And there's a nice return shot by Madison Jewett for the Vikings' third point of the third set. And they show the score 6-3. Up there's a double hit at the net by Ephrata. The ball goes over to Selah. Gives the Vikings a point. The Tigers are up 6-4. I guess that's what we're going to go with. Served by Courtney Hartman. And Ephrata's hit the ball 4 times, which isn't allowed, and the ball goes back over to Selah. The Vikings get within 1, 6-5. It's a serve by Courtney Hartman. Violation at the net there by Ephrata, and that ties up this third set, 6-6. There's a hard shot by Kaylin O'Malley that sails out of bounds. The ball goes over to Ephrata and gives the Tigers a point to put the home team up 7-6. Substitution on the court for Ephrata. As Haley Miller comes in for Kyra Laird. There's a little dink shot that falls short of its mark and into the net by Taylor Wicht, and that's another point for the Tigers, who lead now 8-6. Rachel Gear on the serve line for Ephrata. And a return shot by the Vikings, Carissa Goodpaster. Falls to the floor on the Ephrata side of the net. And gives a point to Selah, who the Vikings get within one here now, 8-7. Served by Madison Jewett. Nice save there by Pheasant. And a return shot over the net by the Viking Cheyenne Fletcher, sails out of bounds. And that's a point for the Tigers, who lead 9-7. Haley Miller serving. That ball did not make it back over the net. And that's another point for Ephrata. Tigers up 10-7. Miller with the serve. A no-look return shot by Fletcher goes into the net. And that gives Ephrata a 4-point lead, 11-7. Hard shot by the Vikings. Taylor Wicht sails out of bounds. And that's another point for the home team. Ephrata is up 12-7. Miller with the serve. And she can't quite get to that shot by Taylor Wicht of the Vikings. And that's a point for Selah. They get within 4, 12-8. Substitution for the Vikings as Carly Davis comes in for Wicht. Hard shot at the net by Moore is blocked by Selah. And then the Vikings trail now 12-9. Served by Kaylin O'Malley. Set by Fletcher and a spike by Steiner gives Selah another point, and the Vikings get within 2, 12-10. O'Malley on the line again for the Vikings. Another deep serve. And that's a point for Selah. A spike by Steiner. And the Vikings get within 1, 12-11. There's a timeout on the court. You're watching iFIBER 1 Sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball match. We'll be right back after this.
It's time to save at your local Sears Hometown store, and we've got the top national brands on the products you trust, including Craftsman and Kenmore. With appliance savings like this, you won't want to miss out on the amazing prices on refrigerators, dishwashers, ovens, washers, dryers, and more. Got tough projects around the house? We've got a wide selection of products you need at exceptional values this week. Hurry into your local stores for savings. Sears Hometown Stores. We're in your neighborhood.
Are we too late for the clearance event?
No, there's still lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Are we too late for the clearance event?
No, there's still lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Are we still late for the...
No, there's lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Spritz?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Right now, lease a new Corolla for only $169 a month. Plus, get $1,000 lease bonus cash. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. These are your final days to save. Don't miss out. Toyota, let's go places.
We're back, and you're watching iFIBER 1's sports coverage of the Ephrata Selah volleyball match here at Ephrata High School. While you're away, the Vikings scored a point to tie up the third set here of this match, 12-12. Caitlin O'Malley on the line for Selah, serving. A little push shot by Moore, finds its way over the net. Kind of confuses the Vikings a little bit, as they were having a hard time trying to figure out who was going to return that ball. And that's a point for Ephrata. Tigers lead 13-12. That's Michaela Woods with the serve. Set by Pheasant. And a hard shot by Tegan Moore. For a point for the Tigers. Ephrata is up 14-12, needing desperately to pull out this third set of the match and stay in the game. Nice hard serve by Wood. Great block at the net by Pheasant for another Ephrata point. And the Tigers increase their lead, 15-12. And a little dink shot there by Laura Steiner. Finds its way to the floor on the Ephrata side of the net. And that's a point for the Vikings, who trail 15-13. Steiner at the service line. And there's a hard shot by Courtney Hartman. And that's a point for Selah. Vikings get within one, 15-14. There's a rotation error on the Vikings here. It looks like the official is going to award a point here and the ball to Ephrata. Cheyenne Fletcher stating her case to the official, but now the ball is going back over to Selah. Vikings trail 16-14. Well, it's an interesting little exchange there. I'm not quite sure exactly what transpired there, but they've now taken a point away from Ephrata and awarded another point to Selah, and this third set is tied 15-all. That was a hard shot over the net by Kaylin O'Malley from Selah. The attempted save there and dig by Michaela Woods, caromed off her arm and out of bounds, and the Vikings now lead 16-15. Nice dig by Miller. There's another point for the Vikings. And that's what this game is all about. Exchange of runs, and Selah is on one right now. The Vikings lead by 2, 17-15. That's a miss set. It goes backwards by Pheasant. And that's another point for Selah. 18-15 Vikings. Nice save there by Rachel Gear. The ball goes back over the net and off the hands of Carissa Goodpasture, and that's a point for Ephrata. The Tigers get within 2, 18-16. Tegan Moore on the serve line for Ephrata. That's a push shot by Peyton Gibbs into the net, and that gets the Tigers within 1, 18-17. Moore with the serve. There's a set and a shot by Courtney Hartman. And that ball falls to the floor on the Ephrata side for a point for the Vikings, who now lead 19-17, and we've got mass substitutions by the visiting squad. Molly Cavanaugh on the serve line for the Vikings. There's a nice return shot there by Kayla Laird. It goes off a Viking defender and into the net, and that gets Ephrata within 1, 19-18. And that's a missed serve by Pheasant into the net and gives the ball back over to Selah. The Vikings are up 20-18. You're watching iFIBER 1 Sports broadcast of the Ephrata Selah volleyball game. And there's a nice little shot over the net again by Kyra Laird. And that gets Ephrata within 1, 20-19. Great save by Miller. There's a shot by Laird into the net, but that's a nice block by the Vikings' Courtney Hartman for Selah's 21st point of the set, and they lead 21-19. And that's a nice hard deep serve by Hartman that goes off the hands of Demi Beavers and out of bounds, and awards a point to the Vikings, who lead 22-19. Good job of keeping that ball in play by Ephrata. Nice dig there by Beavers. And a hard shot, spike over the net by the Vikings' Taylor Whip. Awards another point to Selah. And the Vikings lead 23-19 in this third set. Oops, and a nice little dink over the net by Steiner. And that gets Selah within 1 point of taking this set. They're up 24-19. And that's going to do it there for this set as the Vikings take the set 25. They just took the score off the board. I didn't quite see that. 25-19, I believe, and that'll do it for the match as well as the Vikings come in. We'll be right back after this.
Are you worried that your home might not meet today's safety standards? Eastern Washington Home Inspection standards for home safety are among the highest in the industry. We provide the highest level of inspection service and provide a detailed report with digital photos of any structural damage or other problems that might make your home unsafe. Our head inspector, Dennis Chamberlain, along with his son Cody, are fully qualified inspectors who make your safety their priority. We inspect for your peace of mind. Call us at 509-347-6425.
Many people don't understand the importance of keeping tires clean, but the Glass House Car and Dog Wash does. Our car wash is equipped with specialized tire brushes that scrub away road grime and brake pad dust that can reduce the life of your tire. And our soap is 100% environmentally friendly. Our reliable staff can get you in and out faster than any other car wash in town. Get in, get out, get clean at the Glass House Car and Dog Wash.
We are real students. And this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve.
Well, that'll do it for our coverage tonight. Selah comes in and takes the match in 3 sets from Ephrata. Both teams are back at it Saturday when the Tigers take part in the Okanagan Invite and Selah travels west for the Kent Classic. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick for iFIBER 1 Sports. Good night.